In this video, we will delve deep into the highly anticipated release of UFC 5, an MMA game that has been 3 years in the making. As a dedicated fan and consumer of this franchise, I have been eagerly awaiting this title, but I can't help but have some concerns about its potential shortcomings. Join me as I discuss my worries and explore whether UFC 5 will truly live up to the immense hype surrounding it. Without further ado, here are 5 reasons why UFC 5 might suck. One of the primary concerns for any fighting game enthusiast is the gameplay mechanics. Will UFC 5 introduce innovative and engaging mechanics that enhance the overall experience? Or will it fall into the trap of recycling old ideas without bringing anything new to the table? Will we have the same labored and boring grappling system? Or will we have something that flows and is a fresh change? Will the striking be the same as it once was, just with minor tweaks? Or will there be a new dynamic striking system, where fighters can move off of angles and set up unique attack and counterattack opportunities? Only time will tell, but if EA chooses what's been customary over innovation, we are in for a rough and another long 3 years. Another worry is the amount and variety of content available in UFC 5. Will there be a diverse roster of fighters with unique movesets? Are there enough game modes to keep players engaged for an extended period? These are crucial aspects that can make or break a fighting game's longevity. Some people may not like the term fighting game when referring to an MMA game, but I use that term to illustrate the basic premise of what makes combat games do well. One key aspect of every good fighting game is individuality. If every player in Mortal Kombat fought like Scorpion, do you think the game would be half as good or have half the longevity? In UFC 4, every single fighter plays relatively the same, minus 2 or 3 fighters. EA can't make each individual fighter feel just like that, their own individual fighter, then UFC 5 will feel like an updated version of the previous installment, and we don't want that. Balancing is crucial in any competitive game, especially in a fighting game. Each character should have a fair chance at victory. Will UFC 5 strike the right balance between different fighters, ensuring that no single character dominates the meta? Failure to address balancing issues can lead to frustration among players and hinder the game's competitive scene. I'm not saying that you should be able to mop the floor with Islam Makhachev using Donald Cerrone 10 times out of 10. I'm more so advocating for no one ultra-powered fighter. In each UFC game, in every weight class, there's 1 to 3 fighters that everyone chooses. Fighting or being inclined to use the same fighters over and over to compete kills longevity. Yes, fighters should be innately better than others, but it shouldn't be to the point where I feel like I have to pick the same 2 people to compete online. Let skill play a big factor into the meta and not just the characters we pick. Multiplayer being a significant aspect of modern gaming, it is essential for UFC 5 to provide a smooth and enjoyable online experience. Will the netcode be stable, minimizing lag and latency issues? Are there robust matchmaking systems in place to ensure fair matchups? These factors play a vital role in determining whether players will continue to engage with the game long term or not. And EA, please, I'm begging you, let us choose what weight class we want to fight in. Not being able to choose our own weight class killed the game a year before it probably would have died out on its own. Support and updates provided by the game developers after the initial release can significantly impact the overall experience. Will UFC 5 receive regular updates, bug fixes, and additional content to keep players interested? A lack of post-launch support can lead to a stagnant player base and diminish the game's potential. EA got continuous requests to open up the player's ability to choose what weight class we fought in. Over and over we asked. EA never relented and didn't give the vast majority of the player base what it wanted, when it was such an easy fix. The reason I know it's an easy fix is because in the beginning of the year, it was 1 weight class a day on ranked. EA quickly changed that to 2 weight classes an hour. Instead, all restrictions should have been lifted, but EA didn't want to do what the fans asked for. As a huge fan of the franchise, these are my concerns for the upcoming game, and I really hope most, if not all of these things are addressed. I by no means think UFC 5 will be a bad game, but my hopes as of right now are pretty low. This is because EA simply doesn't have the best track record. It's certainly not easy creating a game like this, where most people end up happy. But with a 3-year cushion, we can only hope that EA delivers. I want UFC 5 to be great just as much as you guys do, but only time will tell. If you made it this far, comment Popeyes, and let me know you're a real one. Thank you to everyone that watched to this point. Have a safe rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.